meantime, I'm going to briefly go through the messages that you've already sent here. Hello, Shoshana from Sweden. Ruth. Well, I'm glad to meet you both, and I look forward to meeting you when you are here in Israel. Hello, Anita, and Evelyn, and Michelle, and Judy. Shalom from Mevaseret. Ruth from Mevaseret. So we are on Road 5, which is an east to west road in Israel. All of the odd numbers of the roads in Israel are east to west, and the even numbers are north to south. So we are turning off to 20, which means we're going to be turning north. We were on 5, going west, coming towards Herzlia. If we were to turn, we turned right, I'm sorry. If we were to turn left, we would have turned south to Tel Aviv. And here we have turned right to the north. We're now on Road 20, and we are headed towards Herzlia. When we get to Herzlia, we will get out and visit the park, the Herzlia Park. That was our Waze telling us that we are about to turn off to Herzlia. You can see the sign says Herzlia Center to the right. Shoshana, I live in Kfar Tapuach, which is in the Samaria, which is east of Tel Aviv and Herzlia. Herzlia Park is just in between a mall that's called the Seven Stars Mall and the train station. There's a train station just to the east of the park. The park, as you will see, has a pond for bird watching and has a soccer field. Here we can see the mall, the Seven Stars Mall. All right, everyone, we are now outside, crossing the street over to the Herzlia Park. We have the mall behind us. I'll spin around in a moment as we're waiting for the red to turn green. Around you can see the mall. This is the Seven Stars Mall, Shivat HaKochavim. And across the street you can see the soccer training field, or football, if you'd like. Here's my little green man. I don't know if you are aware, but this is my very first Hego tour. So I hope that you are enjoying. I look forward to hearing your input. And if you are veteran Hego voyagers, thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Shoshana. I would love to hear your input and questions and ideas. And I look forward to seeing you on other tours as well. Tomorrow I'm planning on doing a tour in Jerusalem, starting out at the Western Wall and then walking through the Old City and then into Western Jerusalem. Tomorrow is an interesting day because we have the visit of President Joe Biden, American president, will be visiting Jerusalem tomorrow for 3 days. And no one is sure what to expect yet because there are all of these different notices about roads being closed in Jerusalem. So it should be interesting. Tomorrow should be an interesting tour in Jerusalem. Here we're entering the park. It says in Hebrew at the top of the sign, Park Herzlia. This is a public park. There's a bicycle riding in the park. There are areas designated for dogs. We'll probably see that somewhere in the park. Pretty sure that most of the park is no barbecuing. Israelis love to barbecue on. Yes, Ruth, I totally appreciate people who are staying far away from Jerusalem tomorrow. And I wasn't sure either if I would come into Jerusalem tomorrow or not. I'm doing virtual tours, video tours like this one on Amazon as well. I've done, this is the first time I'm on Hego, but I've been doing Amazon Explore tours. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. The arrangement with the guests is a little different. The tours on Amazon are paid tours that are booked in advance by individuals or by small groups. And today, this is the first time that I'm doing the Hego set of equipment that I'm using now, and I'm learning to use this Zion gimbal with my phone. I don't know if Amazon Explore is included in Prime. If you are a Amazon user, then you could check that out. Hello, this is me. Hello, everyone. I don't know about how it works for Amazon Prime users. You could look that up on your subscription. And what I do know is that Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, Amazon Explore is in a beta. So they're only servicing users from the United States. I'm not sure if they've changed that yet. So it's on in the United States. You can go onto Amazon Explore and you can see tours that they offer. But again, it's a paid service. It's not tip-based like Hego, and that is different. And I've been doing some tours with them. I have 2 bookings tomorrow in the Old City, and in between, I'm going to be doing a Hego tour that you are welcome to join. Evelyn, I chose this. That's a great question. Why did I choose this park for my first tour? The reason that I did, actually, I listed my first tour is tomorrow in Jerusalem, in between the 2 tours that I was speaking about. And after I listed that, I realized that we have a family event here at this park. My wife's extended family, her cousins, are all getting together at this park this afternoon. So I figured if I was coming out to this park, that I would do an additional Hego, and so this is my first before the first. We're walking towards the southern side of the park. The tents or buildings that we see are outside of the park. It's actually a gas station across the street from the southern edge of the park. Pretty sure that those 3 boys that we see ahead of us are my wife's nephews. I won't follow them. 4. I see 4 boys. I'm pretty sure that those are my wife's nephews. And I am going to spin around in a moment and walk to the northern side of the park. As you can see, there are large grassy areas across the street from us. That building with the glass front is part of the mall, the 7 Stars Mall. So you can come in and enjoy the park, and you could go over to the mall and enjoy the air conditioning. Hide my microphone under my clothes. I'm actually using the phone's microphone, and let me see if I can plug in a better mic. I don't know if I even have one. Here are some more of my wife's relatives. Everyone, please keep posting about the wind, if the wind is really bad. Okay, Shoshana, thank you for pointing that out. I do have a mic that I typically use, and as I mentioned, today I'm using new equipment, and I think that I do not have a mic here, and I'm sorry about that. If it gets really bad, let me know. The Apple AirPods might also be a good idea. So we are now walking to the north, to the 2 ladies and a fellow over there at the bench. One of the ladies is my wife's mom. Yes, it is a learning experience. I've come to learn that everything in life is a learning experience. Everything we do. So I'm always glad for these new learning experiences. Yes, I will. Shoshana, I will definitely say hello to my mother-in-law and to the whole family, and I will let them know that before I met up with them today, I met up with you, and I showed you all a short tour around the Herzlia Park. So here on the one side, to the right of us, we have the soccer training stadium, and we have this running path. This is like a rubber type of pavement, bouncy type of pavement. And in the corner to the left of us, there's an area with picnic benches and with no grass, and the barbecues are allowed there. There are also public restrooms beyond the barbecue area. Here you see the sign. It says barbecuing area in Hebrew on the top, English in the middle, and Arabic on the bottom. Many public signs in Israel will have the three languages, Hebrew, English, and Arabic. In Israel, we have 20% of the population are Arabic speaking. The tub over here is placed for putting used coals. Hello, MEM. Thank you for joining. We are walking through the Herzlia Park. We're facing north, passing by the soccer stadium, the soccer training stadium. There aren't really any benches here. There are a couple of soccer fields where teams come to work out and prepare themselves. Hello, Christina. Hello, Diane. If we cross the bridge over here, we cross this wooden bridge. In front of us, the fenced-in area is a dog walking park. Residents can bring their dogs into this area and let them free of their leashes. There's a dog water fountain and benches for the owners and some climbing benches for the dogs. The trees ahead of us are eucalyptus trees, which gives shade, and it can get pretty hot here, so the shade is wonderful. Here we have more running paths. Hello, Cooper. Thank you for joining. Here on this side is a pond. It's a man-made pond, and it must be in maintenance now because it's all been dried out. Last time I was here, it was full of water, and it was a meeting place for birds, wildlife. So it must be in some maintenance now. And maybe next time we come, we will see it in full action. The apartment buildings to the southwest of us are also part of Herzlia. And to the west of us, we can see the trains. You see the red train passing by, going north. The train from Tel Aviv goes north to Naharia, passing through Haifa. And it also turns off to Bet Sha'an, to Afula, and to Carmiel. Shoshana, I was not born in Israel. I was born in the United States. My family came to Israel when I was a child, some 40 years ago. And I've lived in Israel more of my life. So I speak both English and Hebrew. And I'm learning Arabic, but I do not speak Arabic yet. Here we can see another train coming in from the north. Past the trees, we'll see the top of the train. Shoshana, that's about exactly the time I moved to Israel, about 44 years ago. Hello, Shir. Welcome. Here we can see that the municipality has prepared an amphitheater for some public performances, maybe musical events, and they've closed off the area ahead of us, including the bridge here. So in order to pass, I'm going to need to walk through this ditch below us. I think it is pretty relaxing just to take a walk in the park. Very quiet day. It's cool here in the shade under the trees. Herzlia was named for Benjamin Ze'ev Theodor Herzl, who was considered to be the father of modern day Zionism. And I think that his memorial comes out next week. I just received an invitation to attend an event at Mount Herzl in Jerusalem, where Theodor Benjamin Ze'ev Herzl is buried. And next week they're having a ceremony in his honor. So maybe I can add a tour of Mount Herzl to Hego next week on the 19th. Yes, Shoshana, that was a very sad event. Was your son an athlete in the Maccabiah? We're also thinking about the Maccabiah because the Maccabiah, which is the Olympics of the Jewish community, takes place every 4 years, 1 year after the Olympics, and it is happening right now in Israel. It's about a 10-day event. 10,000 athletes from around the world, from 150 countries, come to Israel to compete in the Maccabiah. And it's the opening event is tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken, in Jerusalem. Shoshana, what field did your son compete in? Yes, amazing that we have these two major events coinciding at the same time. The Maccabiah Games, with all of the teams coming in from 150 countries. And this is happening on the same day that American President Joe Biden is coming to Israel. And the two major events are happening on Thursday in Jerusalem. Although the Maccabiah Games have events throughout the country for 10 days. Shoshana, that's very impressive. your son here now for the Maccabiah games as well? Thank you, Shoshana. I take that as a great compliment. The Maccabiah Games is non-political. It's a internal Jewish community, the Jewish community around the world, the diaspora in Israel, all participate. Understanding athletes are invited from any country around the world, regardless to political events that are taking place. And that is an answer to Evelyn K. But I will try to verify that answer. And if you come on tomorrow on my tour of Jerusalem, I will let you know. And here we are on the northern side of the Herzlia Park. You can see this huge playground. It's very quiet now. Very quiet, really. But sometimes we come here and just see hundreds of families and kids in the park enjoying the recreation here, the playground, the sports center, sometimes musical events. Ahead of us is a playground for preschool, for smaller children. This building is the ticket booth for the concert. I'm pretty sure that there is another pond, also man-made, at the northern end of the park. So I'm going to walk towards that. But there's an alligator here in the children's park. Did you see it? Walk up to the top of this hill. You might see the train tracks. I hear a train passing by. That's fantastic, Shoshana. Keep me posted about your grandchildren competing. I would be glad to follow that. So here we can see Herzlia Pituach, literally on the other side of the tracks. Herzlia Pituach is considered a higher up type neighborhoods, and the train tracks are in the middle, kind of symbolically, I guess. Shoshana, I am on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, on LinkedIn. My name is David Ha'ivri. You can look me up on any of the social media platforms that you follow. I'm also on YouTube. I mentioned earlier that I do virtual tours on Amazon Explore. But I also have a channel on YouTube that I've uploaded, I guess, over 100 video tours in Israel. And that too is a learning experience. So when I have time to work on those videos on YouTube, I hope that I'm getting better from video to video, but there's still work to be done there. Well, Shoshana or Sharon, whichever you would like. You can feel free to reach out to me on whatever social media you use, and that goes for other people who are here. Hello, Carla C. Welcome. For those who joined at some time during our video tour, I mentioned earlier that this is my very first Hego tour. So excuse me for some of the technical issues that I'm learning as we go on. I'm sorry if the mic is not great. I'm actually using the phone mic right now, but I do have a better protected plug-in mic that I will hopefully not forget to bring next time. Here is an open air gym. This is like a playground for adults. The gym set works on the physical weight of the people using. It's like your own weight and gravity, and it's open to the public. You can come here whenever you like and do some exercise. And of course, there's the walking, running paths. The road to the east is the road that we entered the park, but at a different segment. Not here. Further down to the south. Here's a map of the park. So we are at the northern end of which is the little pool to this side. This pool or pond, which is just to the north of us. And this pond does have water. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. And I'm always working on getting better. So this is the first time that I'm on Hego. Tomorrow I will be doing it again. Today I am in Herzlia. Do you see the ducks? See the ducks in the pond? Let's walk a little closer and see these ducks swimming in the pond. Welcome, Shoshana, Sharon. Glad to have you. I am counting 3, 5, 8. I am counting 8 ducks. I am guessing that the one closer to us, who's swimming away from us, with the green beak, is probably the guy, and the ones with the dark beaks are probably the girls. Okay, here's a sign with a directory, and it says Chaim B'Birkat HaChoref. This is a winter pond. So this pond is actually natural. It takes water, rainwater, and we are now in the middle of the summer. So the pools on this side of the park are pretty dried up. They still have some water, but the water is left over from the rains. And here is a directory of the type of wildlife and flora that grow in the pond. Here we have the numbers. If you'd like to get can you get an image? Are you able to take a still of the videos that I'm showing? All right. So if you can, you could save this and see the directory. On the drawing, it has numbers, and on the directory on the left side, there are the scientific names of the different wildlife that are found here. And here is another directory sign. You can get a still of that too. And some more here. I'm zeroing mostly with the ones that have some English text. This side of the pool, you can really see how it's dried up. We won't be expecting any rain here until, say, November, December. So it'll probably get even drier over the month of August. Let's walk this way along. Postcards. Thank you, Shoshana. I appreciate you all, your patience, and telling me about the ins and outs of Hago. Of the pictures. For more keys